Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So yes, we did finish in Masters rank 15. Like going into the last Alliance War, we were already very secure. So congratulations to New Nation, Kinob and ASR. And yes, I did forget to record this, but yeah, we duped our 6-star uh, Professor X. That was really amazing. And yeah, super happy about the season. We lost last three wars, still we secured master, so we were that safe. Didn't really had to push and burn the resources. Went very casual in the last three alliance wars, so yeah, taking screenshots, that's really my thing for the like snap and the thumbnails. And congratulations to everyone who secured masters here. uh, Quite impressive, and everyone else who like were happy with their performances. So congratulations to you guys as well, whether you finished in platinum 1 or in gold 1. So that hard work definitely has paid off. And yes, now let's go to those juicy rewards for which you click this video. And yeah, let's see what we get. So just opening this daily crystal. Haven't been super lucky of late on these. So let's go and see what we will be opening. Let's open those T5CCs first. They are like not really relevant except mystics. I just need around, if I'm not wrong, around 5000 T5CC to form that mystic and take my doom to rank 3. Uh, the only problem right now is I have enough T5CCs but not T4CCs, as I've been complaining of late. So I've stopped taking any more 5 stars to rank 2 or rank 3 altogether, so that I can save on T4CCs and concentrate on my 6 stars, because I have T5 basics and T5 class catalysts, like enough of those resources to take up champions, but I am missing T4CCs. Also, another problem is I have TA2 alpha in overflow, so I do have to now cautiously rank up my champions, else I could potentially expire a tier 2 alpha. That will be like horrible. So yeah, everything is fine, getting all the like T5CCs. So yeah, really close to forming that mystic. I've been getting mutants of late, too many mutants. So we'll be going for features until unless we can like either take up like pull Apocalypse, Dragon Man. We can dupe our Killmonger, get CGR. The CGR is the number one pull from here. We have obviously duped our Professor X, which I'll be taking to rank 3. And from the first feature we're gonna get long shot. Oh my god, that is Apocalypse, amazing. So I really like the guy, not that much, like not equivalent to CGR obviously, but he is a solid pull, doesn't needs to be duped. This guy is going to rank 3. Just saw Strife's like synergy with him, and this guy gets 300% burst damage increase. So that's what I was really looking for. Like that damage was like exactly missing from his kit, and now he's a solid champion. Definitely going to rank 3. And the second feature now is, can we get CGR? Oh, what a troll, man! 3 CGRs back to back, and we are landing on a Dragon Man. That's cool. I have a rank 1 to 2 for him, and this guy will be going to like rank 2. Super happy pulling this guy. And he is a robot, so he is immune to bleed and poison. And I run suicides. I like running suicides. I have them unlocked, so why not? So let's give you a quick tour of my roster. Super happy, super pumped about those pulls. I have duped my Professor X. He's going to rank 3. I'm almost there with the second T5CC in mutant class. So Apocalypse is going to rank 3. Some great pulls of late, and I have been riding on like great luck. So potentially we can get CGR as well. Like I was trolled real bad, man. 3 CGRs back to back, and then going to Dragon Man. Still very happy about him. And this guy is looking fabulous. I intentionally did not take up my Apocalypse or Professor X to rank 5 as 5 stars. I have them both duped from arenas, obviously. and the luck has been great. So this guy, look at this guy. He's enormous. He's amazing, and he's suicide friendly. So yeah, I'll be giving him my rank 1 to 2 mystic gem that I got from Act 7.1 Legends run. So yeah, we are still waiting for the legend rewards. Even the announcement. As I'm sure I saw that Kabam Mikey confirmed it will be in Feb that we'll be getting the results. So hopefully we get the legends and we get to have that Weapon X. So now, guys, we'll go in and show you some of the coolest fights that we did. This is from the second last war that we won, obviously. This is the war that decided our fate. And shout out to this team. Either they are like super good, they are a Platinum 2 alliance. They ended in Platinum 1. I'm not sure whether they got docked or not, but these guys somehow managed to clear entire BG with like 7 deaths, and we were shocked. Like we saw them like they are Platinum 2, and we were like super happy. Like this war was the one which decided whether we'll be ending in Masters or not, because we had lost 2 wars before this. We took things casually, and like we were happy that we'll be securing Masters because of this, but it was not to be. So we had our goal that we had to finish in under 7 deaths to win this alliance war, and it was so damn close, man, so damn close. I can't even tell you how pressured we felt. And like, so we went all in, like 30% boosts, 200% mystic boosts, special damage boosts, everything that I could have done, I did it. So this is a stun immune matchup, like for me, because if I try to stun him, this guy will reflect that to me and he'll basically kill me. So this is how we need to play. So I have to play like super safe. I intercepted over there, and you see me blocking. I'm not going for any parries at all. And even if I try and parry him once the timer goes out, sorry for my voice. And so if we do that, basically all the damage will be reflected back to me. So not going to do that. The plan was just get into the poison phase and do this. We have the Mystic Dispersion level 5, and what else we need. So he's almost dead, and in a couple of combos. So that's how relevant Clairvoyant is without suicides, like in Alliance War. She's one of the best attackers that I have, and I really like playing with her. She has triple immunities, great regen, great survivability, and with Mystic Dispersion, she's the best, man. She is the best. So you see me playing super safe, taking absolutely no risk, and we soloed that dragon, man. I was really happy. Going into this, I had no experience how the interaction was going to be with Claire. I should have taken a bit into duels, and that could have helped me out. But I was like, I can handle it. I will not be like, she's not metal, so obviously we could have that opportunity to like intercept him. But things are not going as planned. So you see, he's going unstoppable. I'm not sure. He's going unstoppable again and again. The timer window should have been there against non-metal champions, and there I got parried. I was like, what? And we lost 50% of our health, and I was like, damn. But thanks, man, thanks to her regen, we are back at 69% now, and I'm going to play super safe. Like, I was stunned. I was not getting any opportunities to stun this guy. He's getting unstoppable, and I'm getting cornered. There you see me. I'm not sure how this is going to be. I tried to nullify it, but this guy will definitely screw you if you're doing this. So I'm like, let's do one thing. Let's get to our second phase, and let's throw SP2s back to back. He's getting unstoppable, and now you see that window. That unstoppable window is on cooldown. So I'm not sure how this interaction is working. I'm not sure whether it is bugged or not, but I'm like, I have to push him. He's cornering me, and I cannot hit into his heavies. I have to go and throw SP2s back to back. That's all I can do. So I'm just pushing him to his part of the screen, so that somehow we are able to bring him at least to our health. Now we are in a position where we are winning the fight. That parry really screwed us over, man. And I'm like, let's do this. Let's just build up to SP2s back to back and just counter his heavies if we can. Also, once we throw our SP2, he will not be able to throw that unstoppable to our face, because he's been fate sealed. So that's the safest thing that I could have done. And I was just throwing specials into his block so that he dies, and a quick intercept to finally secure that fight. Oh man, my deathless season could have been ruined if I would have died to that fight. So that was it for this war. And yeah, we did. I'll just throw in that snapshot here. I have just put that pre-fight for my teammate to handle this Doom. So we did go for Jubilee. We did like 50 million something, and we secured position number 128. So the next war is against 4 Loki. We were already in Masters, and we didn't need to win this war. So personally, I wanted to go deathless. Hence you see me using good amount of boosts, because that's what we need to do if we need to win the Alliance Force, and at least go deathless. It was not really required, but on a personal satisfaction level, I went in like all in. So yeah, the fights are reversed in order. I just accidentally have done that, but yeah, you'll see all the fights that I did against 4 Loki. So this is a plain vanilla fight against Legacy. So Legacy, if you're watching this, I soloed your Hyperion, man. He's a bad placement, mind you. I see like no chance of Hyperion killing Dr. Doom. Until and unless he reaches SP3 and I'm on SP2, there is no chance I'll die to your Hyperion, bro. Better luck next time. So yeah, his season got ruined. He died a couple of times. You will see in his video he died to our Killmonger with CGR, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, but I did secure my deathless season. So I'm super proud of that. The high tier Alliance Force getting to deathless seasons is like one of the biggest assets that a team could ask for, and it obviously ensures the officers that this guy can be trusted. And I've soloed bosses, I've soloed many bosses in this Alliance War, I've soloed lanes. So basically they'll be using me like in one war I'll be used as a lane clearer, in the next war I'll be used as a boss clearer. So I'm going to mini bosses and boss island. So that's how the season has been. And this particular fight against 4 Loki was straightforward, but you will see it shocked me how this started. So you see a bit of lag. I don't know what's going on. See you see that. I don't know what happened. She parried me, and I'm like to half of my health. I am not sure how the AI is behaving. Sometimes there is some sort of jitter, lag in the screen, and I was phased. So I went out of phase, and I just tried to hit her, and she parried me. I'm like, screw you, I'll just kill you in one special 2. But yeah, accidental parry. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, she did parry me. So still we were able to manage and take that solo. And now we're going with this fight, and this is Blade, plain vanilla fight, and we're going with, I think we shall be taking it with Ghost, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll be going in with Ghost, and I put that regen because I don't want to use any more potions, and we should be good to go. So we're going in, and this Blade is easy. If you have noticed, we have already taken down the boss, so there is no stubborn anymore. So that really helps out Ghost. And you see me generating some power, doing one-hit combos over there, so that we do not take any of the degeneration or that incinerate or poison from the node. and there you see me taking it very slow so that I can use this regen boost to the maximum and I can heal up. So if I require it for any further fights, I can do it. So 1 SP2 and it's game over for this guy. So easy, plain simple. R3 Ghost is bad, seriously. Karate Mikey, yeah, she is bad. So yeah, next is a fight that I was not assigned, but as you see I was boosted and I'm like, if I can take it, why not? Like if I reach my SP2, I'll play this super safe. I'll just parry, I'll take as much block damage as I can because my ghost is not SIG 200, so I cannot generate that much amount of power. If I get hit a couple of times, that's not bad. I'll still generate more power. So that was the game plan going ahead. Not taking direct damage, but just the block damage. So you see me there trying to get some power. And see, I'm just parrying her and trying to build power. Accidentally got heavied over there. That is still okay. Still helped me to get some more power. And this encroaching stun is what I was like worried about. So before the encroaching stun is going to kill me, I have to be on 2 bars of power. So that accidental hit really helped me out, or I could have been stunned. So that's really played in my favor, and we killed her with 1 SP2. So nothing special or great on that fight. Plain vanilla fight with Ghost. And there you see me taking Immortal Abomination. I'll be throwing some pots to be super safe. She will not be taking any degeneration, and I do not really have to take this pots into consideration because he'll be constantly fueling me with poisons. I'll be turning them into furies, and I just need to reach 1 SP2 and he'll be dead. So I just started with 1 bar of power, that advanced power boost, to be super safe, because that is the name of the season. I wanted to be on 0 deaths at all costs. And so you see me just doing 1-hit combos to avoid any poison damage because I am heal blocked, and this guy can throw his SP1 or SP2. It doesn't really matter. So before he threw his specials, we killed him. So yeah guys, that's it for the season. And yeah, do like, subscribe and share if you enjoyed this video. Let's get to those 1000 subscribers, and I can then apply to CCP and you'll see some great stuff coming your way. And this is me just taking some rewards from AQ. We are in a good spot, good AQ performances, good Alliance War performances, and I'm still missing that tier 5 Mystic. I'm only landing on mutants these days. So yeah guys, thanks for tuning in and have a great day ahead. And yeah, I'll catch you very soon.